Hello, beautiful souls. What's up, what's up, what's up? Figured out some cool things that I really want to share with y'all. Okay. Let's see. So last night, after work, I came home and, duh. So I laid here and I decided to try a certain meditation because I was listening to this Kriya Yoga master talk about how every time, like all time, is God time. When you wake up, God. When you think about yourself, God. I am God. You are God. We are God. Food, God. Air, God. And so I was like, that's kind of fascinating. So I went to sleep. And what I did, well, I laid down and I just thought, God, 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 God. Yeah, you get the point. And I kept thinking over and over and over. Any thought I got, God. Any other thought I got, God. Just immediately to God. To where all my mind eventually just had to focus on the word God. And I kept thinking, God, 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 God. Then I got quieter in my head. God, 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 God. And I started feeling the energy. The emotion, the energy and motion of God. Because have you ever had a thought that makes you feel really good, but it's almost like that feeling comes just a split second before that thought? It's that's what I was tuning into, because what I did is I wanted to silence my mind. Like, how to think about it. Like, when you meditate, you feel very, very calm. Feel extremely calm, but your mind's empty. And by that, it's more, you don't have thought, you're not hearing your thoughts, you're not seeing your thoughts, you're not feeling you are feeling your thoughts, but you're feeling the emotion behind it, because that's where thoughts stem from. Whew. So I've just kind of tuned into that energy of God and let that whole vibration go throughout my body. And oh my God, with with everything going on, I think I've been having a Kundalini awakening. And it's been interesting, like the energy I've been feeling, especially at night when I just let myself fully relax, and I can feel the inner tension in my body where the energy is having trouble going up. So that God just got me really in tune with everything, and I learned where I was struggling, and I was actually able to up the amount of energy that was being produced throughout my body after a certain point. Because what I did is I eventually relaxed all these areas. I started getting memories, actually, of when I was a kid, and I would do this. I used to go to bed and silence my mind completely to where I wouldn't hear anything, and it was like freaking nectar, dude. It was amazing how you felt. You felt so electric, so like, you felt so calm at the same time. It was like energized calmness. It was so good. And when I was doing this, I felt my central nervous system, so my brain and my spine, and they were like, it was like lightning was flying through it. It was amazing how much energy I had. And so I started to push it out onto my limbs, onto my limbs, into my chest area, my fingers, my feet, all of that. And I started getting really hot, which is super cool, because that showed me that, okay, I am actually producing energy right now, because, more energy, more heat. And baby, it was amazing. I probably stayed up for like 3 or 4 hours just like in that state. But it wasn't just that. Like, I was getting downloads. I started realizing how God was in everything. I started reaching that Godhead state of being where your consciousness just merges with everything, and you see how everything is an aspect of God, but it's not because you're kind of an aspect of God. And like, a really simple way to put it would be, when you start to do this God meditation, you start talking with God. And the more you talk with God, the more you realize that you're also kind of talking with yourself. And then if you're talking with God throughout all this time, and then someone talks to you, like literally, if my roommate were to come in here while I was in this meditation of talking with God and realizing that everything is with God, I would immediately just see him as God. I'm talking with God in my mind, then boom, hey JC, how you doing? That's just God talking to me in this realm of reality. So I would be able to see that aspect of God within him. And I hope that made sense. Because it's different to explain it rather than to know it, rather than to experience it. Anyway, what's this have to do with astral projection? Well, I was in this beyond electric state, right? Because as these vibrations kept coming, this is very, very similar to the astral projection energy. So in terms of like how the vibrations felt, the intensity of the vibrations. So what I was doing is, no matter I was having these experiences, I was just letting them go. My whole body was vibrating. God, 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 God. I was hallucinating. God, 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 God. I was about to astral project. God, 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 God. So I eventually did fall asleep, and I went into a dream, and I came to. And so as you guys can see, my door is over there, but at my feet, that's where I used to actually put my pillow. So my pillow was over there, and my head was over there in this reality that I woke up in. And let me just actually show you. I'm just gonna do it with you. So I'm here, right? This is my perspective. And right here, wait one second. Right here, there was this like big green thing. Now, funny enough, I have a leprechaun onesie. And there's this little sticker right there. And this is what I assume what it was. I mean, it wasn't the leprechaun onesie, but it was just this green fuzzy blob that had the sticker on it and the smiley face. So I started looking at that, and then the colors started to become extremely saturated, like neon green and neon maroon and neon yellow. And I started getting the vibrations, and I was like, oh, I'm about to astral project. Yikes. And so what I did is I just held on to it, because I was like, be fearless, be fearless, be fearless, be fearless. For a certain point, it got too strong. And so I decided to open my eyes, which didn't really make sense because my eyes were already open there. And I opened my eyes, and I was... I was here. Like here. And I was like, what? And then I immediately just worked on calming the vibrations, because I had a phone call with a friend today, and I had to phone call my family. It was a lot, but like that was oh, I'm so close. It's just being more fearless than I am now. It's just because I can surrender into the feeling, but then I'm not surrendering into the fear. That makes sense. Yeah? No, I just need to be more fearless. I just need to be more fearless. But I have 3 days off after my shift today at midnight to 5 a.m. So more like a little under 3 days. Anyway, I don't have to work for 3 days. And so I'm gonna really hone in on this and just see what I can do with this meditation. Because once you go into that like Godhead state, you kind of astral project in a sense. You're getting visions. You're seeing other things. It's not, I don't know, you don't necessarily have to just slide out of your body and feel that. It's just like your consciousness is just transported to these areas. Phenomenal stuff. Either or, it's helped my astral projection like crazy, because I have much more energy that I can use throughout this, especially once I get it focused. Oh my God, I was focusing it throughout different parts of my body, and at one part I went to my lower area, and it was too strong, and it actually kind of hurt how much energy I put there. It was like frying the nerves. Not necessarily frying the nerves, but the nerves are like, hello. And yeah, anyway, that's it. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. Love it. But I'm on a phone fast right now, so I'm not responding to anything Instagram related. Super sorry, but I will come back eventually, once I just start to hone in on this stuff and just keep my mind pure. But anyway, peace. Enjoy, y'all.